Well, hello there. My name is HW, and thank you so much for watching Tone Junkie TV. This is without a doubt the most requested guitar review that we have ever gotten. Every time we play this thing, people want to know what it is. So, this is a look at the Suhr Classic Antique Extreme 2015 Black HSH. That is a mouthful. It's a beat-up Suhr Classic Antique guitar with an extreme finish. And it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. It's beat up. It is extremely aged. I mean, you can really see it on the back there. It's just killer. You can see on the neck. On the neck, it has what they call a medium age. So check this thing out. This is a very cool guitar. You can kind of see my computer screen and the camera there. But yeah, check that thing out. That's beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. Let me get all this going on in the front. And matching headstock with that. Look at that, kind of a froofy, real flashy perloid type logo there. Let's talk about the specs real quick. So it's a two-piece alder body. It's traditional Strat shape. There's nothing crazy going on there. There's no chambering. There's no sound holes. It's kind of like almost 80s territory stunt guitar, kind of like but it's really an Excalibur of tone, I would call it. And like a lot of instruments, it's a joy to play. Like I said, it's that heavy aging, the extra heavy aging is what it says on the spec sheet. So this is extra heavy. I'd hate to see extra heavy, and there may not be a guitar left over. One interesting thing to note, if you can kind of see this here, the guitar is beat up, and it's aged, and then the clear coat is added on after that. So it looks like what they do is they shoot, the white coat. You can kind of see, you can see the white on the edges. You can especially see it there. You can see the white, then they shoot the black. I'm guessing in nitro. And then they beat it up. And then I think they throw a clear coat over it. I don't know what that clear coat is. I don't know if it's nitro or poly. It's not too thick though. It's not that thick. And there's some spots where it's rubbed off. Like this, like I'm touching the wood right here. There's no paint and there's no clear coat. And that makes me think that it's just from this. Because it's right there. But you can definitely see the clear coat in other spots. It's got the typical Goto 510 bridge. Even C slim neck here, 800 to 880 here, and it's the radius fretboard 10 to 14. So a little flatter than if you're playing the 9 to 12. And the pickups, it's got a really cool wiring system, and that's really what we're going to get into the sounds in 1 second. But it's got an SSV, an ML, and an SSV plus. The switching is what's really awesome here. So check this out. So right here we get the full neck humbucker. In what would be the 4 position, we get this pickup split with the ML. It auto splits. You don't need to split this humbucker. When you go, so full humbucker, when you come down here, you get, it's automatically a split traditional Strat sound. When you go in the middle, ML by itself. So if you feel like the split sound on these pickups doesn't really sound like a true single coil, if you feel that way, you're deaf because they sound amazing. Okay, but I'm kidding. If you feel that way, you do get a traditional Suhr ML pickup right here, so you've got your single coil sound with no compromise. And it's also a great way to go from humbucker to split 2 coils right to single coil without touching any push-pulls or anything. So you've got humbucker, split, and humbucker and in between, out of phase position with this thing split, and right to a real single coil right there in just 3 positions. But there's more. You come down here, and what will be the number 2 position, and you get the ML with the bridge split. So that SSV plus is now split. And it sounds incredible. It sounds like a traditional Strat, beautiful number 2 Strat tone. And then we go right here and we get the full bridge. Now, if that weren't enough, if it weren't enough to have humbucker, out of phase, double single coil with this thing split, double single coil, right to a real single coil, and then another flavor of the split here, and then right to a humbucker. If that weren't enough, there's actually a push-pull pot right here. And you can pull that thing up. And now, these things are like permanently split. Now it's a regular Strat. Let's start on the neck humbucker. Okay, that's a humbucker. Let's split that coil and put it out of phase with the ML in the middle, just simply by hitting, I want to make sure I get that on the camera, just by moving the switch down. Auto splits, goes to the number 4 Strat position. These SSVs, I'm very surprised how well they split. But hey, we're pairing it with an ML, so it's being forgiving too. Now here's the ML by itself. I mean, that's a ton of tone right there, and I don't know who uses the middle position of a Strat. Somebody does, but it does give you the single coil right there, that ML pickup that you're not getting anywhere else. Let's go down to the famous, number 2 Strat position. Put on a little bit of delay for this one. That's a beautiful sound. That's really, and it's hard to say what my favorite sound on this guitar is, but that might be it. I mean, that really sort of might be it. it's beautiful, just a beautiful sound. I mean, listen to that. Onto the bridge humbucker here. You get on this instrument. I mean, listen to it. I've said this in other videos about Suhr guitars, but these are my favorite types of instruments. All their S-type guitars, I really feel like they're achieving this whenever they put single coils with humbuckers. The pickups are balanced so well, especially the SSV and a bunch of their single coils. I have a V60, I think a V60 LP with an SSV on another guitar back here, and then I've got this ML with the SH with the SSVs and the SSV Plus. But they balance so well, single coil to humbucker. And what you really get is a whole, it's not just great guitars, you get a whole awesome pickup system that really sort of reaches back in time and grabs those great tones that you're after. This sounds incredible. I mean, that's a killer sound, and if you're dealing with something that can clean up, kind of edge a breakup, this profile is like that, then jumping back to something like this. I mean, you just get an incredible range and versatility there, and it's just as much the guitar as it is the amp, because you're not only changing the picking dynamics, you're asking those pickups to give up something different, you know? Getting a little strong because I've got gain in the amp and I'm just putting a delay through the front. But what a joy to play this thing. Really special, really a special guitar. But if you get a chance to check one of these out, do it. If you see one used and you can kind of haggle on the price, expensive guitars are expensive guitars. Diminishing returns exists, especially when you're talking about, I gotta be honest, when you're talking about any high-end instrument, Tom Anderson, John Suhr, PRS, whoever, Cower, Whenever those guys really kind of reach down and try to make an affordable line, they're giving you such value. You got 98% of the guitar there. From there, it's just, maybe different options. Not stuff you could definitely say it's always better. It's just different. So when you do spend $3,000, or you do spend, if what a brand new Suhr guitar is costing $3,000, is it twice as good as a used Classic Pro that you get a great deal on and pick up for $1,700? It's almost twice the price. I can't say it's twice as good, because I think the value you get and how great the guitar is built on just some of the off-the-shelf, not entry level, but kind of the standard level of stuff that guys like Tom Anderson and John Suhr are making. Don't expect twice as good a guitar. It's not twice as good. It's a little better, maybe. I really dig the SSV ML, SSV Plus ML, SSV combo. I'm not seeing that other places, and I really wanted an HSH Strat, and you can't really get that from the Suhr line for less than this price point. But it's really incredible. Now, the thing we haven't done is we haven't split these pickups. We have not split and tried what's the neck sound like by itself. So let's do it. So here's a neck humbucker, that SSV. Here's the neck humbucker. Strong sounding, but it's a bright humbucker, and that really helps it balance when you give it this type of thing. Single coil sound. That's a no compromise single coil sound. Here's the humbucker again. Here's that same pickup split into a single coil. Put a little tube screamer on it. There's no compromise. There's really not. I could play this guitar solely, have this be my only Strat, and I would not miss a single coil in the neck. Because I think this does that tone as well as a lot of single coils do it. A lot of straight up real single coils. So I'm really impressed with how this SSV splits. Let's hear the bridge. This is the bridge humbucker. Here's the bridge split. Okay, this is a much more Fender-y profile. Just a clean kind of blackface thing. I want you to hear, this is the humbucker now. Now split that neck. Now, sometimes things sound a little different when you're the one playing guitar rather than when you're listening or you listen back to a recording later. I hope I don't eat crow with this statement, but to me this just sounds like a single coil. It doesn't sound like a split single coil. I don't hear any of those characteristics that I sometimes find with a split single coil. I just don't. So I'm over the moon about it. Let's try the same thing with the bridge. Here's the bridge. Here's the bridge split. These are killer guitars. Really, really awesome, really special. I think you should check these out. Closer look one more time. A little bit of beat upness on the headstock here. It's a medium aged neck. Big time aged body. Check that out. You can see all that dirt there. Dirt. Just love. It's love is what it is. Somebody loved on this. They loved on it for about 30 years in about 30 minutes. I think that's probably, I don't know, maybe the aging process takes longer. But last thing I'll say, there's an article running around right now about, is the guitar dying? Is the electric guitar dying? Let me tell you something. Has there ever been a better time to be a guitar player? Not when this stuff is out there. Really. Not when this stuff is out there. Anyway, I have been HW. This has been the Suhr Classic Antique Extreme 2015 Black HSH. And what you were hearing was an SSV, an ML, and an SSV Plus in just a killer alder two-piece, really well-loved Strat. Hey guys, please subscribe. Please leave some comments. It would really make my day. We appreciate it. We appreciate everybody who subscribes, who follows us on Facebook, Instagram, hey, throw some comments and some requests. I love taking requests. We've got some great stuff coming up. Been getting a lot of requests, and so I'm going to do a lot of that stuff. So if there's anything you want to see the Tone Junkies take a look at, we shall. All right, HW, out.